Tidehunter Ravage and this Global Silence by Silencer. So if Elephant lose their lanes, which hopefully they don't, but if they do, they're going to be in a very scary situation where they can only make plays when their cooldowns are up. And that's going to open the map for EG to just dominate with this ET and this Void Spirit pick.
Night Stalker is the final pick.
That's a classic anti-Silencer pick. Silencer's the type of hero where if you jump down with the Storm Spirit, he looks really good. But if you're the one getting jumped, I think the defensive global almost never does anything, and he's literally a creep.
10 seconds
The other thing I want to mention is I think this might actually end up becoming a really good ET game. Like if Crit can get to Eggs, Mask of Madness, I can see him just straight up killing Tidehunter alone, and then like the team fights will blow wide open.
It just looks like the Elephant backline is in extreme danger now. This is not, it's not going to be easy to live through these fights. This last carry pick, okay, I like this one. I like this one because they need something that can frontline for them, because Storm cannot function like that, and Tide can do it, but just not enough, right? You need that extra jump. And typically when Storm goes in on someone, he does need more damage, and they're going to be lacking in damage when Finger is down.
I feel like this also puts a little bit more pressure on EG to get some tempo going, because you don't want Sven to just farm while your Luna's farming. I mean, you both farm fast, but at some point Sven's timings just feel more gold efficient than Luna's are. This also gives you a bit more purpose for Silencer, because you can protect him in lane and Sven's another jump that you can globe off of.
Something good that Elephant have going for them is that they do have strong triangle defense in the Tidehunter and the Silencer. It's just that if Night Stalker can get this jump on Silencer, then the team fights are going to be very easy for EG if they win their lanes.
So is that what we should be looking out for? Is there anything else? Can you go in the reverse draft and give me what we should be looking out for in these team fights?
So if Elephant can hold out until their BKB timings, I do think they have a means to kill EG's heroes.
Do you agree?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think the BKB timings will be really strong on Elephant. I do think, however, this game, a lot of it will come down to who can use their Spirit better. Both heroes are sort of assigned similar roles in this game, and it'll be up to them to set the tempo.
And Storm Spirit has a very difficult game because he's playing against Disruptor and Night Stalker.
Even, like, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. No, I was just going to say that, thank you for the draft analysis, but we're going to hear from EG's coach, Bulba, who is standing with Sir Action Slack so he can answer his questions.
Prepare for battle.
Now shall the battle turn.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生？你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥
？Keep it PMA, keep it BSJ.
The International may be the ultimate goal for Dota 2 teams, but it is also a cemetery filled with the tombs of supposed super teams, and one of them is about to join them. Will it be All-Star Team Elephant, a mix of 2019's Chinese best players that they had, they grouped together, incredible stuff, or will it be Evil Geniuses, a multicultural mix, and back-to-back runners-up at this year's majors? Kyle, this has got to be the most star-studded best of one.
Are you kidding me? Okay, EG, obviously Dota royalty, but don't neglect that FY and Somnus are the two winningest Chinese players of all time. And I don't think it's going too far to say that whichever roster loses this single game, it's the last time we're ever going to see them play. And it's actually kind of nice. We got to pause. We can chill a little bit, take a deep breath, make sure you got your popcorn, because this is the treat you've all stayed up late for. I am so excited. This is, you just don't see this. Spoke with No Tail yesterday. He said unquestionably these are the two best teams in the lower bracket. Now probably number 2 and number 3 since OG has dropped down. But at the time, these were the two best teams in the lower bracket, and they're playing up against each other. EG also is not North America's last hope. But I thought
that is
they were
true. They were about to be for a second, but not anymore. Evil Geniuses will have to try and carry on just their pride and brand alone. This is so crazy that the start of this year, there's no way you would look at, especially Elephant, I think. Evil Geniuses, you know, like, okay, maybe hit or miss, but they've been like pretty consistent, hit or miss in group stage, but they've been pretty consistent whenever it comes to playoffs and big tournaments, right? You know, maybe they won't show up day one of groups, but by the end they will have figured themselves up and maybe scored into upper bracket. There was a reason they were back-to-back second place, right?
They're the most consistent, not just team, but like organization in history, right? TI 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. They're in the upper bracket after group stage.
All right, well, our pause is finished up, so let's get into the game here where we've got an early smoke coming out from Evil Geniuses and just might clash with Elephant for an early first blood. They're trying to make use of that Night Stalker nighttime vision while they still have it for 30 seconds.
And they actually would have got that high ground ward if they had any method of checking it, but they'll just block camp for the time being. This is, you know, until about 2 or 3 hours ago, Luna was undefeated in all best of ones at the International.
Yes, and then you tweeted that out and you cursed a team.
But now there's no voodoo. It's just,
okay.
will this work? Now, an EG, they typically lean on either Luna or Drow Ranger in these clutch scenarios. Oh, Pierce is going to sneak an extra bounty.
Very nice. Takes a lot of damage for it. Goes down to half his health, but well worth it.
We could have seen why in that Aster versus Quincy Crew game, because Luna, it gives your team this easy understanding of how we're going to win this game of Dota. You're going to hit a BKB time, you're going to grab Aegis, you're going to push behind your Luna, you're going to be all good. You also have the ET, so tons of damage manipulation available. And Abed on one of his 5 heroes that he's played here at TI, the least versatile player so far, but there's a reason for that, as he is a spirit extraordinaire.
Yeah, and there's only 4 spirits to work from, so he's been a little bit limited in what he can pick, but that has still been incredible performances by him. Not good enough, though, to keep them in the upper bracket. They were so close to being able to get there, but because they matched up against Undying and lost one of those 2 games, they end up here, now in the lower bracket against Elephant, and may just be saying goodbye to what was probably most people expected at least top 8 out of them, right? When you get back-to-back finals like that, you're expected to go pretty far at TI. But running into Team Elephant, especially since Elephant seemed to have, in my opinion, stepped up their play every single time they were up against one of the bigger teams in the group stage. So, you know.
Hey, the EG mentality, I remember talking to Fear 4 or 5 years ago. If you're not at least top 3, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Winning this match wouldn't even get either of these teams to their expectations. We're talking about finals. That's what they had their sights set on. In the boot camp, I had people telling me that Elephant was just as good as PSG LGD. They just simply haven't performed that way once the matches started mattering.
And that is real scary to hear if you're an Evil Geniuses fan, because you're probably hoping that Elephant was looking lackluster like they have done the entire DPC, as we've yet to be able to see them on LAN, and yet they're finally here, and once they do get here, they don't even do that well. They end up in the lower bracket, and now, again, might just have an early departure out of TI. We got our matchups here. Silencer and Sven picked up. Nice Sven against Luna. That's a matchup that is always going to feel pretty good for you, right?
Yeah. It can kind of go both ways. We saw in that previous game how much a Scotty timing can really just handle a Sven.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a bit more of an elegant sort of game, because both drafts are so cooldown dependent. You know, Silencer Ultimate and Ravage, that's going to win you a team fight. But EG have this huge vision advantage because of their Night Stalker and the Disruptor that can capitalize off of it. So if they get 1 kill, 2 kills, they're always going to get an extra exit because of the range on the glimpse.
Mid lane matchup. Abed versus Somnus. You may also know him as Maybe, if you were a fan of some older Dota 2. This guy has been a consistent, dominant threat from the Chinese scene and has usually been on top-tier teams. Top performer in the Chinese scene, right, Kyle?
Indeed. He's the only Chinese player with over $3 million in tournament winnings.
Wow.
Looking to add to his purse, but again, EG just second at both majors. Number 1 in the DPC rankings coming into this tournament. Dragged down to the lower bracket by the now eliminated Team Undying.
What's our last lane? The top lane matchup. We've got the Tidehunter Lion versus Disruptor and Luna. A little quiet so far. We've seen little pokes back and forth, but no team giving up that first blood just yet. FY is going to get a little low here, but he's got plenty of regen still. Looks like Super is going to get caught. Ice, Ice, Ice. Daytime Night Stalker is going to try and pick up the kill. The Stomp is going to be able to land it. Crit gets the first blood.
That is huge. You heard the panel talking about it. Aoi knows, as him and Fogg love to gush about this support ET that can turn into a monster in the late game if you get the Aghanims, if you get to level 20 with 100% cleave talent. We've seen this in a few games throughout TI lore, and it's crit. Like, this, I think, is the person you got to look to as an EG fan to perform if you're going to win this game, because, you know, arguably the most consistent throughout his time on this roster.
It's also his first time playing in a best-of-1 at the International, so a new experience for him, though he doesn't seem to have lost his touch just yet.
Yeah, pretty tense so far. Both teams just landing. Up top is going to get a little harder for Yang. Now that Luna Disruptor level 3, you just start to output a bunch more damage, but he does have the Ring of Health. Frees up FY to do a bottle refill in the mid lane. And Abed will receive the same treatment from his Elder Titan.
Let's see the ward, the visions laid down by evil geniuses around this mid lane. They really want to be able to see where Somnus is going to, as he picks up his level 6, usually also going to be farming up jungle when he needs to, and just in order to get past that little marker that you need to be able to get all your mobility. There it is. He's got it now. Hasn't really been too much of a threat from Abed, so. FY sneaking in right now, trying to see if maybe they can catch Abed before he gets his level 6. You can see Abed's keeping his distance, but now he gets a little bit too close potentially. Dissimulate before the stun can come out from FY though. And we reset yet again.
And you can see both teams are just playing the same exact style of Dota. As the support comes mid, you know, we saw this in some group stage games. If you can get that gank off when your mid is 6 before the enemies, you can maybe get something done, but they've got this nice ward on EG as well, so
both supports on both teams setting up for the power rune, but it's going to be top lane where Somnus grabs a haste.
Not bad. Not the ideal rune for a storm, but it's much better in your hands than the enemy Void Spirits.
And you can see Luna just hiding right now.
Top tower is under attack.
Trying to play off map as much as possible. RTZ is going to make the read. Okay, it's time to leave. That Storm Spirit's been gone from the mid lane for a little bit too long. And so most of Elephant's going to show up in that top lane, start pressuring that tower. Eurus, though, not as content to give up his tower. Still hanging out here, may pay the price for it. But no, supports show themselves. Eurus seems a little bit undaunted, a little bit unafraid.
They would have needed Abed. You can't make this play with your support duo. Disruptor ET incredible as gankers and into the later portions of the game, but you just don't do much in terms of rotating as we exit the laning phase.
Well, that means they're going to be able to get an early tower advantage, as with this siege wagon push, they take the off lane tower, and their safe lane is still at 100%.
Yep.
So that means our Tidehunter and the rest of Elephant could decide to hold on to their safe lane tower for a lot longer, which would cause our Luna to slow down a little bit compared to the Sven, right?
For sure. You can feel like the pressure these teams are playing under. Incredibly high expectations, and ironically, similar fan bases where EG fans and Elephant fans are both seemingly certain that their team is going to lose. And both teams trying to ensure that that is not the case. You can kind of feel the tension. You can see it in the sides, like both booths. Very, very limited smiles, very serious. I think that Bulba gave Slacks less information that he gave me, and he refused to even sit at my table for breakfast. He was banned from sharing any strategies.
Been quite the lockbox Bulba has, when normally he's been more than willing to share his thoughts on Dota as it's happening. Somnus, double zip away, back to the tower, completely out of mana, but safe, yet to give up that big kill that evil geniuses have routinely been rotating for.
And I gotta say, like, the warding from EG, they have 4 up on the map, but they're relatively defensive when you consider, like, these wards in enemy jungle are great if you can take this tier 1. It looks like that's what they're going to do now. Yeah, pop darkness.
They're going to spot FY. FY, who's just trying to soak some experience in this bottom lane. The Tidehunter's going to show up here, but they're going to glimpse him back. No more Yang means FY has no more protector. And Evil Genius's Wolves surround him, bring down Captain Elephant FY. Give a second kill to Evil Geniuses.
Really nice job there from Fly. One of the cool things about Disruptor, you always can create these numbers disadvantages, especially around towers. Either glimpsing someone into your own team or pushing someone out of a team fight. You got to be really careful moving forwards as Yang. Because much like a Timbersaw, EG is going to look to play around him, especially when Ravage is off cooldown.
Yeah.
So now you know he's stuck top for 80 seconds.
So in that case, I'm kind of expecting them to try and pressure mid a little bit. Tidehunter instead has planted himself in the dire jungle, taking away some potential farm from RTZ's Luna.
Is under attack.
I mean, both carries, unlike that previous best of one where, Sven is going to outfarm a Spectre when left to its own devices, Luna Sven is a much more even matchup. So both carries are going to feel good about this.
I mean, looking at that gigantic Ancient stack, it may be a slight net worth lead for Evil Geniuses right now, but I feel like there's more potential gold on the map for Elephant. Ice. Yet to be able to take this bottom tower, and FY is going to try and sit here again. The smoke rotation is going to come out. They're going to go for Ice first. And Fly, okay, they're going to turn around, go back for him. They say that's the easier kill. And Ice Stalker's a little bit too fast for us.
So far, this is just the mid matchup, right? So maybe has rotated. He's acquired objectives. He's helped defend his tier 1 safe lane. Abed's just been hard farming, so he's got that 500 net worth advantage. Just a difference in style.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I feel like the Abed that we've watched last year and the year before that has been very aggressive in being a space creator for the team. Why do you think they're taking more of a step back here?
Well, first off, they keep losing the coin flip. They don't get a power rune. True. Void Spirit, you want a power rune. He's going to smoke up now with the bottle refill, but he also really wants to finish the Yules because it's so effective. Silencer has his ultimate prepared. If you have no save for yourself as this Void Spirit, you're liable to just get killed immediately. Also, Sven just took that Ancient stack, which is why he's now top net worth.
Yep. And that's why the net worth swings over to Elephant as well.
They want to make this play. They have ult on Disruptor, but keep in mind, Super, he's got the cancel.
Turn around to the south, comes out first from Fly. A great reaction from him, but FY does manage to get out pretty quickly. And they're turning around with the silence currently placed onto this Void Spirit. They might be able to get the kill, but he makes a jump away. Glimpse on out. One hit is left. Ice, sure to get it before the Impale can come back up. And Somnus is a little low on mana, but Super, he's low on health. And that's an easier kill to pick up. Surely the silence laid out. Somnus, he has a little bit to be able to work with here and a tier 2 to protect him. So Ice will not pursue a double kill for Evil Geniuses.
Oh, huge ulti there from Fly. Oh my, that is a disaster if he does not get that off first. Canceled the ult of Super mid-animation because his Void Spirit just dies. Like, they're making this move, and Abed is 100 gold from the completed Yule Scepter. Like, that is legit disaster. If he does not find the cancel, but Euro, so he's using the space, but man, this is such a tense game. Crit going for stop mid, gets both.
Gets both, but Elephant, seeing no heroes respond to that stomp, are like, okay, we're just going to hit the tower here. God's strength, they're still going to keep going. The glyph does not scare them back. They really want this objective. The Evil Geniuses is here now. Only a few of them. Certainly not enough to threaten Eurus, who is so big right now. 6,300 net worth on him.
And RTZ went for the fast farming build. 144, max glaives, max blessing.
Soon going to get the 10 talent as well.
Yeah. Now, both teams kind of just trading blow for blow. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, Fly called this that it was going to be a battle to the death with Elephant, and it seems like a little bit more of a farming battle than I anticipated.
Well, both teams have these drafts where, one big mistake, you probably just straight up lost the game. EG, you're fearing that Ravage Silence combo. Elephant, you've got to be concerned, especially that earlier nighttime phase, because you know that Ice will always have that vision advantage.
Yeah. Looks like a smoke up from Evil Geniuses. 3 of them moving across the map into the enemy triangle here. Even if there's nobody home, they can still get some good vision and lay a trap for when Elephant return.
It's a really good timing, though. They do it as the creeps would respawn. You might find a Sven.
Spots him. But there is already a rotation coming from Super just to back up his carry.
This is wise from EG. You can't take fights into enemy unknowns because you are always at risk of catching. It's a 4.5 second global silence, so there's just no way you're making that play if Elephants have time to respond.
Yeah, pretty much if Elephant gets their 2 big team fight spells off, right? Ravage and Global Silence, you can't really win that fight. So EG has to be very careful with who they go on and when they go on them. Second nighttime is coming up though, and that's usually when Night Stalkers really come online. It's usually where they start getting a lot more active. Where the first one is usually just about taking that tower and farming.
And Abed finally finds himself a power rune, the ideal one, Arcane.
Ooh, that's nice.
But I'm still not certain. EG, they want BKBs. And they want nighttime. 45 seconds, maybe they start moving.
Ooh, that was spotted. Arteezy instantly pinged that. Super was trying to sneak a little ward in there. Radiant play around. Ice gonna go for the darkness. Nighttime is coming in soon as well, so this is a point of serious strength for Evil Geniuses, and they're gonna utilize that strength and start moving in on Elephant's territory.
Yeah, they want to collapse on mid tower now. You've got nighttime, darkness still for a few more seconds, and that Arcane on Abed. So you are about as strong as you get on EG. If they can just find vision, a glimpse ult is ready.
They've got the superior vision coming out from this Night Stalker, spotting some heroes. They see something, not able to get the silence up fast enough. Fly does manage to get up the Static Storm on the Tidehunter, which is a big hit with the Earth Splitter as well, but no follow-up. Evil Geniuses is damn scared. They don't want to overcommit here, and it's going to leave Ice totally behind here. He gets thrashed, Abed. He's gonna have to make a jump away, but he should be fine. They do get the mid tower as recompense for losing Ice, but it doesn't really feel that good, Kyle.
No. You can see the power, like you trade Disruptor ult for silence, which might have just found Ravage!
Ravage is gonna be able to go down, catching 3. The Stormseer is gonna jump onto Abed and kill him with the Finger of Death. They lose their Tidehunter, but the trade out for Abed's Void Spirit.
Ooh. Both teams,
if anything,
man.
Elephant's kind of like, ooh, was that good? Because, yeah, we traded 1 for 1, but now the Ravage is down.
Yeah. Both teams, you know, they're always getting something. You trade Ice for mid tower, then you trade Abed for the enemy offlaner. But you're, as you said, you get Ancients now. You can take some of Sven's map from him. It's still nighttime and no Ravage. EG have total control at the moment.
You can see they're just holding areas of the map that Sven wants to be farming right now, and it's why Evil Geniuses have maintained this network to be even or ahead slightly. Ice may be a little bit too far forward here. He doesn't get baited into going for that juicy range creep, though, which Elephant certainly would have executed a gank on him if he had.
Yeah, the big timing for both teams, as always in Dota, is going to be the BKBs. Arteezy, he's about 1,300 gold away. Ice. A couple of pieces, but until you acquire those items, they have the ward. He can glimpse.
They can get a Static Storm, glimpse combination. They do manage to pull him back, and that is it. Somnus is dead. And Elephant really hoping that daytime is coming soon. It's still another 3 minutes away, but Evil Geniuses, you can see them just constantly, the term AUI, I really like this term, map oppression. Evil Geniuses, they don't necessarily are trying to fight you all the time, but they are trying to hold areas of the map and make you feel uncomfortable, just squeeze you out.
And they're gonna get one countered, but like they've just had so much aggressive vision, and there's no defensive wards on the side of Elephant, so they're just playing blind, and as you said, it's nighttime.
But if Elephant can weather this nighttime, a new dawn arises, and they're going to be feeling pretty strong with that BKB Sven.
Because it's not just the NS, right? You also have the Lunar Blessing on the Luna, so all of EG is just playing with this insane night vision. You can't actually take a good fight as Elephant.
Super runs right into them. If they can get rid of this global silence right away, Evil Geniuses will maintain the advantage, but he does have buyback, and Somnus is going to be able to TP in the chain stun trading in. Abed is going to die here unless the global silence while he's Yules to ensure there is no escape.
That's a lot used, though. I think you're fine with that. If you're EG, that was a buyback, and every ultimate They have Ravage, but still, Sven BKB revealed as well.
生气吧，哥哥。
For my fault.
They do a blink dagger now.
And look at Storm
On the Tidehunter. Oh, they got him with the silence.
Arteezy's there.
Point blank. Arteezy with the double damage as well. Now FY may have just TP'd into a bad situation where BKB activated by Arteezy. Turns around, looks at Yang, pops at Eclipse. They've also got the Static Storm onto Super as well. Yang so close to death. They need another nuke. Ice is coming for the silence. It hit him first. Ice keeps on gliding forward. Arteezy is left behind as Eurus manages to kill him underneath the tier 2 evil geniuses. They get ahead of themselves and they trip over their own damn feet.
Oh my god, dude, Arteezy was like 7 mana short of the beam that would have finished off the Tidehunter. And somehow, Eurus, he's been playing Aghanim's Labyrinth or something because he juked crit, stomp, and spirit somehow. Ooh. And that's what allowed him to actually kill off Arteezy. I don't even know if he even recognized it was happening, but he was just in between them. That is a huge kill.
1 more minute of nighttime. They still have this Blink Dagger Ravage. They're going to be going for a Blink Dagger. Oh no, Somnus. Somnus is having a rough one. Ice is making his life a living nightmare.
He has showed up today. He'll have his BKB soon. Hang on, Eurus. Not going to do anything for it.
Even though they don't have any lane vision to reveal this, it seems like just good bat senses, good aggressive vision, maybe on the other side of the map that's giving them the idea, but he keeps on backing away as soon as Elephants show up to try and kill him.
Yeah, it's a very tough game for Elephant to play during nighttime. It's all going to shift as the sun rises. There's no darkness for Ice for some time, but you know, the hero, those of you who may just be tuning in as long-time fan, hang on. Just a little power room mules.
Yang trying to catch somebody.
Yeah.
Evil Geniuses is not out of position though. So they're gonna grab a regen room.
Like the strategies for both teams are simple to understand, right? You've got Elephant trying to utilize their big ultis and their Sven BKB to win a fight. E.g., you need vision advantage. You're aware, if you 5-on-5 run at each other, you're not stronger. You have to keep doing what you are doing. Force skirmishes, find pickoffs, and always try to battle at nighttime.
And with Elephants, all these Blink Daggers coming in, I know they're still going one on the Sven. They now have one on FY. So their initiation is so much better than it was 5 minutes ago. And added on top of that, it's daytime, so Elephant is going to go for a smoke. All they need is to run into the right hero here. Abed would be really good for them. A Blink Hex Impale with Eurus's damage would probably kill Void Spirit before he gets anything off.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But if they're going to go for it, it's going to have to be underneath the tier 2 tower. The stomp coming in, but the Ravage, they throw everything at Abed. And it does get the kill. But now they're going to be able to pull back Eurus. He doesn't pop the BKB. But the Earth Splitter's coming in. He's going to pop it now. In order to get away from the stomp, he realizes he's a little bit too low. He'll just TP out. Nothing on the side of Evil Geniuses is there to be able to stop him.
Dire's top tower is under
I don't know what
attack.
that means, but I'm sure Abed is using the ideal voice line because he's just effectively gotten every spell for just him. Silence, Ravage, BKB, and God Strength.
Yeah, an Elephant.
And now they have Darkness. Like,
yeah. I'm anticipating Elephant to just be holding hands on a high ground somewhere because once Abed is back up, I feel like Evil Geniuses is very, very strong. They don't have to worry about much with Global Silence, Ravage, Finger, God Strength, all on cooldown. There's the Blink Dagger of the Sven, though. If they don't respect this initiation from Elephant, they may find that their smoke and their advantage does not work out to them. Evil Geniuses just charging forward, looking for anybody. If they can just see somebody close enough, they'll get the glimpse pick off.
And it feels like Elephant, they have to play this way because if you're playing against Disruptor, so you're really never safe. And if you know the enemies are coming for you, you can't just be in a safe position. You've got to be like out of vision, like behind your towers. And they may be forced to just give up this Roche.
Yeah, Evil Genius is saying, okay, fine, you want to play underneath your tier 2s, we're going to do Roshan. We're going to force an objective. And Elephant concedes it. They're probably even happy to see the darkness pop for that. Ice just using it for vision to make sure there is no contest, ensuring they get the Aegis. Elephant, though, had no intention while they had these big cooldowns and still waiting for him.
And remember, like, we have the benefit of no fog of war. It is a very different game that Elephant are playing right now.
Yeah, it is very, very dark now. TP out. They're going to spot him just at the end.
Yep, but it's all about the timings. Darkness is fading, so what is the time to do? Elephant, you've got your spells up in like 15 seconds. Maybe it's time for you to smoke.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe it's time for EG to retreat across the river.
Yeah, I think you have to give a little bit of leeway here. If they don't get caught right now, they could still have, at minute 25, they could have Darkness and still a good bit of Aegis left.
Yep.
But that just depends on them not getting caught by this smoke rotation from Elephant. They're going to go into the triangle. We'll see if Evil Geniuses retreat fast enough. They do.
Let's get a little further back, guys.
The dance continues, Kyle. Both of these teams are reading these smokes and dodging them.
Yeah, this is the tension of a BO1 though. Like none of these plays are like incredibly smooth. EG definitely getting the upper hand as they claim the Aegis, but of course they're gonna smoke out. And then the sun comes up, and of course Elephant's gonna smoke out. Like none of these are really set up. They're just the whole kind of like do something smokes. Like, hey, it's our time, let's get something. But it'll really come down to who has that advantageous ward, who gets the 10 seconds a head start to make their play.
Crit has an Aghanim Scepter.
Whoa.
Ooh, okay. FaZe Aghanim Scepter.
That is
Crit
very
saying
nasty.
that this dance is going to keep going a number of rounds. And he's going to try and be a bit more of a linky. They're going to find the initiation. The long jump in. Instantly, Fly is dead, but the Eclipse doing a lot of damage to Eurus as he goes out. Finally, the BKB is popped. They manage to get the Ravage off, but Eurus taking too much. A Crit comes in, finishes him off. Ice turns around. They're going to be able to get Somnus as well. Evil Geniuses. Again, they may have lost the initial opening of the team fight, but they're always there in numbers to be able to reinforce and run over Elephant.
Yeah, just beautiful BKB usage from Arteezy. The Ravage was too early, and he just keeps on right-clicking the enemy Sven. And now you've used all your spells. AEG still have Aegis.
I feel like it's go time. Evil Geniuses can take so many objectives during this small window where they got 2 minutes of Aegis time.
And Crit is a real problem with the Aghanims. Like, he gets a free BKB, which is so value in this game when he brings the Spirit onto him. That's a tier 2. That's going to be Outpost. I'm gonna watch this back. Yeah, they just kind of all in, but it's for Fly. Like, you use BKB on Somnus, all his mana now gone, and Eurus, he didn't BKB, so he got like 80% of his HP just from the magical burst, and Arteezy just says, okay, I'll click you down while I'm BKB'd, and you're running away from me, so just just overcommitting. Oh my god, look at his Fly. I've played with him for almost 2 years. That is some pretty damn excited.
Yeah, you don't see Fly, a bit more of a stoic, but he is getting loud here as he is amped up as Evil Geniuses are getting more and more of a lead here, and just when they needed to. This is the next 5-10 minutes. They're going to feel really strong. Is there a point though? Elephant, they still have this big late game. They still have this Sven matchup against the Luna. The Super, he's going to die next. A simple pick-off for Ice. Not much to say.
Hang on, they might find Yang as well.
Yeah, they got a glimpse.
The vision.
The vision advantage. Night Stalker Disruptor. It's a beautiful combination that a Tidehunter can do nothing about. Eurus is actually coming in to try and help out Yang. He's really low, but Ice. As long as he keeps vision, he's going to pop the BKB and finish him off. Eurus is going to be forced to BKB TP out. Did not manage to save his offlaner, and now his BKB is on cooldown.
Wow, man. EG, they're feeling themselves now. Like, definitely a rough group stage for them. Their first time ever starting the lower bracket. But if you can just get the one win, right? Momentum begins. Elephant, you're going to need something special here. You're playing without vision. That's the big issue. So EG, they always have that first mover's advantage. They need to set something up in advance. You need like a 2-man, 3-man Ravage. Eurus there immediately to find the damage. That's easier said than done.
It's a bit poetic that Evil Geniuses finding Somnus here. The BKB is going to be used. Another cooldown forced on Elephant.
Oh, Eurus, he has no BKB.
Uh-oh, he's going to be found. They know he doesn't have BKB. It's time to attack for Evil Geniuses. They use all their magic damage to kill the carry of Elephant.
Oh, they are feeling themselves. This has always been a concept EG's been using since the PPD days. Just
Radiant's
find
top tower
vision.
is
You have so many tools. Nighttime aura from the Luna, your Night Stalker, even your ET Spirit.
Yeah, this specific combination was run a lot by the Vici Gaming of old. Night Stalker Disruptor. Remember, they would just always play this combination. They would use the superior vision of the Night Stalker with the Disruptor, saying we're strong enough to fight and we can keep on finding pickoffs. They're going to be able to get FY all the way inside of his own base. Nowhere seems to be safe for some of these heroes for Elephant. There is strength in numbers, and they're about to get those back in 30 seconds. Another minute for daytime as well.
Yeah, I've heard some criticisms of the silencer hero, and kind of see why, where if you don't have the ability to take team fights, you're just an R button that if you use, now your hero's effect in a team fight disappears, so you've got to be really cautious with it. But
look at him, they just don't stop. Again, Somnus is going to be forced to use his BKB. He does have teleport, so long zip, and he's out. But you could see Evil Geniuses, they just keep on going back and forth, top lane to bottom lane, sweeping across the map. And it's getting smaller and smaller for Elephant, more and more claustrophobic. As they don't have any space to stretch their legs. You could see Eurus.
Arteezy's just breaking smokes. He's so confident. He's got BKB Butterfly. He's just daring them. He said, hey guys, come over.
And if anything, he might just be able to catch both supports. A force staff out. Will that save Super? No, denied by the glimpse. He pops the global. But does Elephant want to fight this one? They're going to try for it. The chain stun going out to RTZ. They're going to be able to get 1, 2, 3. They got him. He's dead. Finger of death on out. Eurus still has the damage going with the God Strength, but they're running a little bit low now. Without RTZ, Evil Geniuses can still beat some butt there. That's going to be a big team wipe for Evil Geniuses, and straight to the high ground. Elephant all in on the carry, but the other 4 of Evil Geniuses are still very, very farmed.
Arteezy hasn't streamed in a while, but I'm sure we can all imagine his reaction to that one as his team just wipes the enemies. I think time.
Yang desperate to be able to keep it back. Oh, and that zip in from Somnus does a lot of damage. Glimmer Cape is allowing Abed to be able to survive here, but it doesn't have much mana. This is an opportunity for Elephant. It's going to cost them so much, but if they can get Abed as well, I think they'll be pretty happy with it. Dissimulate, Yule's available as well. He's got 1 step to be able to jump. 4 step forward, but he's away. He gets out.
That is huge. You lost your supports for 2 buybacks on enemy cores. You are very happy with that as EG.
16,000 net worth lead for Evil Geniuses now. Back-to-back major runners-up are not going to go down easy, it seems, and they just came at Elephant. Like that second night time, they just took over the game, and I feel like they haven't given Elephant any space to work with ever since.
Yep. And it's tough. You're going to watch. Just pop the BKB, sure. Arteezy could have potentially saved it, but it doesn't matter. You're going to pick up the supports. Super barely gets the ult off in time, which buys his squad a little bit of space, but you're going to see Eurus, he went for the attack speed instead of the Warcry talent. So he BKBs, yeah, he kills enemy carry, but you're going to watch Crit just run in. He's removing all of his armor. So all, you know, bashes Yang. That's a 0 armor Sven. You don't need a carry anymore. Crit is your carry.
He really is. You see Arteezy giving him a tip, passing over the mantle to Crit. They got some pretty good damage on that tier 3, but obviously they did lose a few heroes off the buybacks.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, I mean, Ice is also balling out. Like he's catching the Sven in net worth. He's got the full talents for nighttime damage, in addition to a blink on a basher.
Yep.
And you can see, yes, like Somnus, he really needed Abed. Nice glimmer from Fly, selfless, puts it on his ally instead of himself.
Smoke up from Evil Geniuses. They're getting in there. They're going straight to the triangle, trying to catch Somnus, trying to catch Yang. They do still have a glimpse somewhere, but they jumped away a little bit too quickly. Looks like they'll get Super. That'll be good enough for EG. Roshan, potential spawn time is anytime right now. It's actually going to be in another minute, but Evil Geniuses, what they're mostly doing is asserting control over this Roshan pit area. This Aegis is the high ground Aegis.
Oh, yeah.
So they really want that in Elephant. They can't afford to give it to them.
Yeah, but this is the Fly MO. You've got this just crushing advantage. Just don't lose it. Camp a triangle, cut 2 waves, wait for the objective or the item that allows you to force high ground.
Yeah.
This is how to close. And EG certainly in the position. They have no Dark Ascension, and they had 2 minutes till night. This might be the last dance for Elephant as they move out smoked. They have to make something happen here.
Radiant are scanning.
A herd moving across. If they try and go up this triangle just point blank like this, it's not going to go well for them. Their smoke is going to break on the low ground. But they're tempted to anyway. They can't afford to give up this Aegis. They're going to go forward. Yeah, he's going to be the target of the Static Storm. They all in on him, and he does not have buyback. Evil Geniuses now knowing no Ravage to worry about. See if there's anybody else. There's not. Okay, back to controlling Roshan. It's going to be up right now.
This is the EG we expected to see at this tournament. Strong lanes, good rotations, find yourself with solid late game and a heavy lead. Win the game. Feels like Elephant, they don't know what to do. I don't know what to do right now. You know that this is the window to make something happen, but EG are legitimately just standing on the high ground under a ward. Just daring you to come and throw a punch. Now baiting the Roach, they have some time.
Fly, potentially gonna die here. Nice Ether Remnant, but off it. They're actually gonna jump in. Oh, they might just be able to do this. Lotus, get the Aegis, they've got it. They managed to pick it up on yours. Now they turn and fight, but Arteezy's a little bit too big. A second life on the Sven, but without the God String, he may just die back to back. Luna's a little bit low, but a nice stomp will manage to get the Luna out of here. The Earth Splitter goes down, and Crit is the big man on campus now. He takes down Eurus. He bops Super in the head. And once again, a team wipe for Elephant. They went for the initiation they could, right, Kyle? It looked okay at the start, but in the end, Evil Geniuses were just too far.
Yeah. It's great itemization. Way to keep a cool head from Arteezy. Has the butterfly to reduce a bit of the damage, but just pops Satanic and right-clicked. He knows, like, as soon as Sven dies, it doesn't matter if he got Aegis. There's no God Strength. Everybody, I mean, again, you got the supports, but they just buy back. You don't have that luxury on Elephant.
After being able to get second place at both the majors, ending up in the lower bracket, it's possible that it could bring down another team. Mentally speaking, they might just be a little bit jaded. But Evil Geniuses, they said that they had faith in each other. They know they're a strong team. They believe in each other. They think that they're going to be able to make that long lower bracket run, and they're so close to being able to get out of the best of ones, which is such a relief for so many teams. They just have to win one more fight against Elephant.
Yep, 2 racks. No Aegis, perhaps unnecessary. Yeah. Arteezy, he's also been holding on to the Elven Tunic, so he's sitting at 46% evasion, which is incredibly strong, not just against Sven, but Storm. One more push.
How do they do this, Elephant? I mean, they seemingly got a really good opening last team fight around the Roshan pit. I don't know how they managed to do this now. They're gonna have to play a very long team fight, one where they back up into their fountain, play off of that fountain regen time and time again with the Storm Spirit.
Is under attack.
But Evil Geniuses patiently waiting for somebody to be able to show. They see Eurus, a great opportunity to be able to kill the carry. He's out, but does have buyback. The problem being for Eurus, he doesn't want to use that buyback because he knows that it will just absolutely cripple his economy if Evil Geniuses just back up and let him beat.
I wish we could be in the booth right now. I can almost guarantee you it's Fly playing his team like an orchestra. Just don't throw this game. Wait for the BKBs. You can see them just baiting the buyback.
Giving respect to Elephant, knowing that the buyback may come. Elephant has to get the initiation before the buyback goes. There goes the zip. Here comes the buyback. Here comes the teleport. They're going for the Luna. Here's the damage. Glimmer King for a second. They need more damage. He's low, but they can't quite kill him until Somnus finishes him off. But Eurus, once again, they kill the carry. But look at the rest of Evil Geniuses. They're so damn strong. He may be able to kill a Luna, but he can't deal with the Elder Titan of Crit. He cannot fight the monster that is Ice's Night Stalker. And now, once again, the rest of the team will go for Megas. Another 2 buybacks coming out of Elephant. Evil Geniuses, a pause, a moment, but they think to themselves they can still take this. Finish off the melee, get Megas. Somnus zipping it again, and back. Has to play these mind games, has to desperately hope that Evil Geniuses will get a little bit eager to jump in. They finish off the Megas first. Now they start going for the kills. Lion's going to be first. Here comes Somnus grabbing onto the Night Stalker. Managed to get a two-man Ravage. Ice. They have to get kills here. If everybody of Evil Geniuses backs up after getting Megas, it just feels like there's going to be no hope for Elephant. 60 seconds on 3 heroes now. Somnus, maybe.
Radiant's middle
He's going to have to do it pretty much alone, zipping back and forth.
Oh, this is tough. I think the administrator of WhenDidEGThrowLast.com will not have any work to do tonight. This one seems pretty secured, but perhaps wait a little bit, let Arteezy get some glory, maybe deal some building damage.
Luna's always so powerful when you start hitting those tier 4s with the bouncing glaives. And it makes sense in some ways for them just to chill out, hold here until the rest of Elephant are reviving. That's going to be in 10 seconds for Eurus.
Wait for me, guys.
Arteezy's on his way. AC picked up for the Night Stalker and a Scythe. Being put to work here to be able to kill. Maybe do they have the damage they easily do. Abed, look at him just shrugging off a Sven with BKB, God Strength. Ice challenging to a duel right now. The Earth Splitter finishes them off. Crit is here to finish it. Godlike for Abed, and there it is. GG is called. Elephant. A disappointing year to say the least, but Evil Geniuses, a moment of relief as they manage to survive through the best of ones.
Oh, you can see the relief on their faces. Joy might come later.